Alright gang, Clint Rawls here. Just going to go over setting the valve travel. This is a 2-inch ET with an 1.125" travel. It's got a 667 size 40 actuator. And right now you can see we've got regulator set up to it, connecting blocks, everything's there. I'm just going to try and get in close so you can really see what I'm doing. So basically, see here on the regulator, I'm not concerned with bench. It seems like travel's always the problem. So what I'm gonna do, show you how we set the travel in the shop. Because even though it's 1.125" travel, the actuator travels about 1 3/8". So if you were to connect the blocks with no air on it, that valve would never shut off. So what I do is I take 1/2 of the block. I'll grab before I do that, make sure the valve's in the seat. Line up your travel indicator disc, this floppy disc, with the closed position on the travel scale. So our intent here is to pull it up until it's lined up in the open position. So here we go. I'm going to put my block on. I'm going to hold just a little tension so that it grabs all the threads. Then I'm going to use my finger. I'm going to roll that regulator pressure up. And we're going to lift that plug until it reaches the travel on the travel indicator, which is right there. Now I'm removing my block. And watch this. The actuator strokes up about 1/4 inch before it hits the stop in the actuator. That's your preload. So now, what we do is go ahead and bolt our blocks up. Should use a ratchet and a socket, but I don't have one handy and I'm making this video quick. So, alright, so now we got our connecting blocks set. Now you're going to want to run your jam nut. So your first jam nut up against the block and the indicator, and you want to jam it in place. Just like so. Now your second jam nut, you just jam it against the next one. Now, go ahead and since we ran those jam nuts up, you want to realign that travel scale, tighten it up, and then check your work. Bam. All right, so that concludes setting the travel. And basically, like I said, now if you were to pull these blocks, you would have a heck of a pop, because it's going to have about 1/4 inch of preload. So that shaft's going to travel down 1/4 inch when you disconnect them. And yeah, that's how you do it.